Hello everybody and welcome back to the Oxford United Road to Glory career mode. I need to start this out with an apology for that last episode. My commentary was absolutely terrible. As some of you may remember, I did try and do a live stream of that episode before I ended up pre-recording it, and it didn't go to plan, unfortunately. This is the way forward for now at the moment with the episodes being pre-recorded. Now, I think I may have discovered a way to get episodes to be that little bit longer, because today it is going to be a rake of games where we just play through the highlights. But I think I have found a way of making the episodes a bit longer where I don't just have to show you the highlights, I can play full games and show them to you as if I was live, because that is my favourite type of episode. Obviously, it'll be a little bit weird without the live chat, but I will try and be present within the live chat itself when this video premieres. I think that makes the most sense. But today, we will get through a rake of games, try and get up to in and around December, January, and see how we're going from there. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the highlights of this first game against Brighton and Hove Albion. You know what, lads? I pray for the day that we have a good start to one of these episodes, because this game really tested my patience here. We went 1-0 down, and Xisco, of course, scoring his first goal of the season. Great ball in there, and he smacked it past Bazunu. That was 1-1. Will Holmes had a good chance not too long after that. I don't even know why I'm going to show it to you because it wasn't a goal. Lucas had a decent chance as well. Henry Lucas did have to come on to replace Rhino, who unfortunately picked up an injury. At the time of recording, I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for. Will Holmes then picked up an injury, which really made me nervous. But thankfully, he was able to run it off. And he did get an equaliser here right at the end of the half, which Lucas did set up. So that made things 1-1. Going into the halftime break, Tyler Goodrum. What a goal this was. Look at this for a finish. Oh, in off the bar. I believe his first league goal of the season. Brilliant finish from the man who scored the very first goal in this series. And he's still going strong here in Season 4. Absolutely fantastic. Will Holmes then got his second goal of the game. Lovely finish here. Made it look very easy. Slotted a pass for Bruggen. And I thought surely that was putting us on the way to 3 points. Then a very dramatic finish. Brilliant finish there by Ndia, I think it was, who made it 3-2. And I was like, okay, this is going to get interesting. He then, with 10 minutes to go, got an equaliser. Defence left absolutely in no man's land. That was 3-3. Jed Spence, who I think his only goal before this also came against a team with the letter B. That was Brentford. Now he's got one against Brighton. Should have been the winner. Made all my defensive changes. And then Ndia said, see you later, to our defence. Scored his hat-trick. And the final score was a 4-4 draw. Really frustrating. But now, let's find out how long Rhino's going to be out for. It's a shame that for a while, we're probably not going to see any gores. Oh, it's a bad one, lads. It is a bad one. Rhino has suffered a broken toe and will be out for up to 3 months. That is just rubbing salt in the wound after that result. No more gores for the next 3 months. Time for Lucas to step up and show what he's all about. But bloody hell, that is not what we needed, especially at this stage of the season. So I stupidly moved on before I showed the highlights of the last game there. As you can see, it was against Istanbul Başakşehir, but we did get a 2-0 win in the Europa Conference League against probably our toughest test in the group. Goals from Diao and Will Holmes sealed the 3 points, so we're still top of our group within the Europa Conference League, and at least that competition is going well if the Premier League isn't. Thankfully this time I do remember to show you the highlights, and we actually played the match highlights in this game instead of playing the full game. Not many to go off, as you can see here. It was a 1-0 win. I'll show you the goal first from Diao. He is just having a fantastic season. Left the defence in no man's land. I feel like I've said that about 50 times in this episode. But he ran clean through. Lovely finish. I think he's still our top scorer overall. I think Will Holmes might still be the top scorer in the league, but Diao is just having an absolutely fantastic season. And you just got a shot of Gavin Bazunu there. Watch this for a save. So, the kickoff obviously happens. Wait, what? Oh, don't tell me. You bastards. Hang on, instant replay. Please tell me the instant replay has it. Oh, for God's sake. Match recap, maybe? Okay, here's Diaw's goal. Gavin Bazunu made one of the greatest saves we have made in this, not just this career mode, but just this game in general. Are they going to show it? No, they're not, the bastards. Oh, you've been robbed of an absolutely magnificent save, lads. It was just... Trust me, brah. That's my source. Trust me, brah. It was a fantastic save. It made the highlights, so you know that it had to be a good save. But unfortunately, it's not going to show it here. But anyways, we did get a 1-0 win here at Craven Cottage, which is good for us to get our first 3 points in the league this season. Even though, I won't lie, the top 4 dream, I think it's going to be a hell of a bigger mountain to climb than I was expecting. Let's just put it that way. Another frustrating game, lads. Another frustrating game. Oh, God, let's just get into it. Washington here, scoring his first goal of the season, because sure, what other game would you do it other than against Oxford United? Chipped Gavin Bazunu. I know when you bring the keeper out, this is what happens, but I felt like I couldn't bring him out. Couldn't just let him run clean through, but maybe I should have. But that was 1-0 to Crystal Palace, I should say. Diaw, though, keeps up his great form. He scores a brilliant goal. This has been his best season, bar none so far. Excellent finish past Sam Johnston. That made it 1-1. Olise, then, surprisingly, hadn't scored up to this point of the season. Oh, but of course, he would have to make his first goal this season happen against Oxford United, because that is just the way things are done these days, apparently. Tyler Goodrum, in fairness, he scores a brilliant equaliser here. Again, lovely move, brilliant finish, his second goal of the episode. Unfortunately, that was the last big chance that we had, or was it? I can't remember this. Oh no, sorry, what am I saying? Will Holmes had this chance as well. Sam Johnston made a really good save. I actually forgot about that. But Jacob Ramsey here nearly won it at the end. I absolutely shat myself here, but thankfully it went wide of the post. So more drop points at home. I honestly think this new stadium is cursed, because we just cannot seem to get a good result here. Last, we have a good result at our new home stadium, and I mean, you may as well have just called this game the Will Holmes Show. Absolutely incredible first half performance here. Look at this for a turn. Dennis Bergkamp-esque. That put us 1-0 up inside 20 minutes. He was not done there, though. He was far from done there. Brilliant run here as well. Beats the defender, smacks it past the goalkeeper right to that bottom corner for 2-0. Will Holmes then made sure that he was bringing the match ball home with another quite similar goal here. Ran through the defence. Keeper didn't come for it, and he was able to smack it past him for his hat-trick. But you know what? Why score 3 when you can score 4? Another great run here by Holmes. Kind of got around the keeper a little bit, but slotted it home with his right foot this time, his so-called weaker foot, and that put us 4-0 up in the first half, and Will Holmes was just absolutely running the show. But Tyler Goodrum, he has been fantastic in this episode. He needed a big episode as well. He gets his third goal of the episode, slotted that home there, his second European goal of the campaign. Lovely little finish to put us 5-0 up. We did have quite a few chances after that as well that didn't make the highlights, but Carlos Martin, our new backup striker, he hasn't really been as good as Aaron Connolly so far, let's be honest, but he is still quite a clinical finisher, and that was a lovely finish to put us 6-0 up. And if I'm doing my math correctly, I believe that's the group topped now. So let's just double check that to confirm. Did that mean that we have now qualified for the knockout round of the Conference League? But it also means we have topped the group. As you can see there, 17 goals scored, only 1 conceded, 12 points. Beşiktaş can only get a maximum of 10 points now, as can Ghent. Djurgården's not looking great for them. And obviously head-to-head results comes before goal difference as well, so that's just something to keep in mind for those games to see who goes through to the next round with us. Excuse me, but we have topped the group. Actually, no, they wouldn't go through to the next round with us. They would have to go to the preliminary round. We have qualified for the last 16, which is great, because that means we can rotate the team for the final 2 games in the Conference League, because we know we've topped the group. So you know what? I'm recording this on Monday night. I was at the dentist today, and my mouth is still quite sore, so I'm going to go get some rest. But I'll be back on here again Tuesday with a few more games. So yeah, I will end this part of the recording now, but you will hear me again in a matter of moments after we play third placed Aston Villa away from home at Villa Park. I tell you what, lads, since I got the PS5, it takes an awful lot for me to want to smash the remote in pieces because they are so expensive these days. But this game nearly brought me there, I tell you that. Tyler Goodrum got us off to the perfect start. Great ball in here. Now, to be honest with you, Bush takes out Martinez there. That probably should have been a foul. Goodrum had an open goal to aim at. You can see Bush taking out Martinez there, just alongside him. But Goodrum was there to finish it, and that was the first goal of the game. But of course, it wouldn't be a game of FC24 career mode if he didn't concede straight away. Ran past my defence, I should say. Ferreira was there to slot it home. That was 1-1. Diao then continues his great start to the season. Lovely run in here. Thought the angle might have been a little bit too awkward for him, but he managed to curl it around the World Cup winner in Martinez, who, as JJ has mentioned a few times, did make an appearance for Oxford many, many moons ago. So he was up against his old club. João Mario then made it 2-2. I mean, look at this. What is Gallagher doing there? Like, please explain what that was. Brilliant finish, to be fair. Bazunu could do nothing about it, but just terrible, terrible marking. And Gallagher, just leave, lad. Just leave. Just leave the club. I'm joking, obviously. Kai Havertz then had put Aston Villa 3-2 up here. I can actually barely remember this goal, but again, nobody marking him. Way too much space. And I thought then we were doomed. But then Will Holmes did make it 3-3, and I'm actually quite frustrated here because... Let's just look at this goal first. Brilliant finish by Will Holmes. That was 3-3. We did bring on Duac. Excuse me if you heard me burp there. We did bring on Duac, who ended up missing a golden opportunity in the last minute where we could have won it, and this would have been a huge 3 points as well because Aston Villa are currently in fourth. I'm slowly starting to accept, lads, that top four is probably too much to aim for this season. I don't think we're quite there yet, but look, we'll still give it a go. But anyways, on to the next game against Bournemouth at home. I can safely say, in this game, we have scored the goal of the series. It's not this one, but Bournemouth did score a penalty. We did play the highlights of this game. Will Holmes then squared it for Lucas, who actually scored his first Premier League goal. So he hasn't exactly been a talisman so far this season, but to be fair, he's mostly played second fiddle to Rhino, who was having a fantastic season until he got injured. So that was 1-1. We then got a spot kick, which Will Holmes dispatched absolutely fantastically. But lads, you ain't seen nothing yet. Robin Van Persie, Paulo Di Canio, eat your heart out. Long ball, Will Holmes, scissor kick. What a fucking goal. Oh my god. We have scored some fantastic goals on this channel. We had Jude Lyons for Turley United, Dylan Turl for Turley United in the Champions League final. Alex Cullen scored an amazing free kick. JJ scored a fantastic overhead kick in the League Cup final as well for Clyde United. But we have to see this one more time. Look at this. Oh my god. I could watch it all day long. What an absolutely fantastic finish. Look at this angle. Oh, that was... I'm not going to say what I was just going to say, but that was a goalgasm. That's what that was. Absolutely fantastic. Up next, we had a European game. Obviously, we've already topped the group and we have qualified for the last 16 of the Conference League. But still, I thought it was a good chance to give the second team a run out and see how they get on. But Jake O'Brien, my cousin, who I've never met, scores a bullet header here. His first goal for the club. Brilliant ball in by Brannigan. It was good to use him again. And O'Brien gets off the mark for Oxford United. Powerful header here, past Tommaso Ciampa and goal, and that put us 1-0 up. James Beadle was put in goal as well. Great moment for him. Obviously, he was our number one keeper in season 1, and obviously he was on loan from Brighton, and we've brought him back now. He went from playing League One football to European football, so fair play to him. A great finish here as well by Carvajal. We gave him the start today in the attacking midfield position, and he did quite well. That was a good finish there, if I do say so myself, to put us 2-0 up. Then the next goal came from Carlos Martin. Diao came off the bench. Great run there. Squared it in, and that tripled our lead. Diao then, I mean, just look at this. Look at how easy he makes this look. Just runs past the defence like they're not even there. Slots it home. What a player. What a season. Absolutely sensational. That was 4-0. They did pull one back only a few minutes later. Again, the defence just absolutely non-existent. Beadle can't do anything about it. But it was scamp consolation as Ben Duac, getting a rare start here, ran past their left back and slotted that home for 5-1. So a great way to, actually no, I was going to say to wrap up our European campaign, but we still have one more game, which I'll probably just quick sim with the reserves, because as I said, we already have topped the group, but it would be nice to go with 6 wins from 6. That was only the second goal we conceded in the group as well. Funnily enough, both goals to Ghent. Sure, it wouldn't be like us to struggle against the Belgian team. I say a struggle, we literally battered them twice, but you get what I mean. But yeah, I think, lads, that will be the last game of the episode. So let me give a preview of what to expect in the next episode. So as you can see here, December is quite a busy month. We start off with the game against Man City. Well, technically it started off with a game against Ghent, but you know what I mean. Man City away from home. I tell you what, lads, with the way I'm feeling right now, I'm very, very under the weather. In other news, water's wet, because I feel like I'm always under the weather lately. I really don't fancy playing Man City at the Etihad with the state I'm in right now. Everton at home, West Ham away. Sure, Gardens in the Conference League, but we can sim that with the rotated team. Brentford, Manchester United and Leeds United, and that leads us into the January transfer window. I wouldn't expect too much business to be done from our side of things. There'll probably be more outs than ins. I'm losing my bloody voice here, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh God, I had to leave work early as well today. That's how sick I'm feeling at the moment, so apologies for that, lads. But we do have a busy month of December to get through, so I'm probably going to play the highlights again in that episode. I know I said that I would try and make it a bit longer in the next episode, but I think I'll test that out for 2 episodes time. But just to give you an idea of where we are in the league, we are up to 7th, surprisingly. How many points off top 4? We're only 4 points off top 4. It's just the draws. Like, whatever about the losses, if we turned even 1 or 2 of those draws into wins, I'd be so much more confident about top 4. That Villa game was a real kick in the nuts. I really think if we'd won that game, we would have gone on a great run again in the league. Now, we did okay afterwards, but still, I feel like we'd probably be in the top 4 if we'd won that game, if my math is mathing, which, to be honest, yeah, it may not be. But look at that. Again, 27 goals conceded. Like, listen, when you look at our defence, I won't lie, it's not the highest rated defence in the league. I do think Eric is a bit of a weak point at left back, and obviously Ball is the backup for him. Both good players in their own right, but they could do with... We could probably do with an upgrade there, let's be honest. Centre-backs, Flynn's gone up to 78, which is really good. Bush has stayed at a 79. He's been okay. I do have my eyes on a certain left-footed centre-back who I would love to bring into this team, who initially was running out of contract at his current club, but unfortunately did renew his contract, but I've kind of got a bug now to sign him, so I really, really want to do that. Midfield, I think, is okay. Gallagher, not really set the world alight as of yet, but still, it is early days, but I like how versatile he is. As you can see there, he can play centre mid, cam, and CDM. Lucas obviously is in for the injured Rhino, so I think we're quite strong in that position. Goodrum has had a fantastic episode. I mean, he was really, really good, I have to say. But I still think we might have to get another right winger in. I'd like to have Goodrum and somebody a bit higher rated than him. I think we'll be laughing then. And up front, obviously, we have Will Holmes, the legend himself. And Martin has done okay. He's no Aaron Connolly, but he's done okay. But that's something we might have to address as well. And obviously, Diao, he has been absolutely fantastic. Before we wrap things up, let's have a look at the squad hub. So top scorer at the moment is Will Holmes, 21 goals, excuse me, in 19 appearances, 3-2 in the League Cup, 10-13 in the league, and look at that, 8-4 in the Conference League. Diao having a fantastic season as well, 9 goals in the league, 3-3 in the Conference League. He has been absolutely sensational. Goodrum had a fantastic episode. He's up to 6 goals now himself. Really, really pleased with him. I think he needed a good run of games just to build up that confidence, and I think he's done a great job with that, especially in this episode. Rhino was doing fantastic up until he got injured. We do miss him, I won't lie, we do miss him. Only 1 assist, that's a bit of a surprise. I could have swore he had more, but whatever. I do enjoy using him, so hopefully he won't be out for too much longer. 6 weeks, so hopefully by February we'll be able to have him back in the team. And then, as you can see here, it's kind of spread out a bit amongst the other players. Simon looks like he's doing quite well out on loan at Stoke, which is great to see. So yeah, lads, that will wrap it up for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for the continued support on this series. I really, really do appreciate it. So I actually will be going to Manchester myself next week, so there probably will be a little period there where there'll be no episodes. So I'll try and bang out 1 or 2 episodes before then. That's why playing the highlights of the games helps out with the current schedule that I'm on, but I will try and get a long form episode out as soon as I possibly can. And yeah, hope you're looking forward to it, because I certainly am. And I'll talk to you all on the next one. Take care.